All right, so let's look at this one together. It says Deb has a board that measures 5 feet in length. How many 1/4 foot long pieces can Deb cut from the board? Well, if she has a long board, she's going to split it up into smaller pieces, but all the smaller pieces are going to be the same size, 1/4 of a foot. And that same size is telling us that they're equal, so again, we know we're dividing. So we take the long piece and we're splitting it into shorter pieces that are 1/4 foot long. We'll replace the arrow with a division sign, and now we know that we need to put the whole number over 1. Our 3 steps: bring down, switch, and flip. And we get 20 over 1, and a number over 1 as a fraction is just a whole number. So the answer here is 20. So you should have selected on your work 20, which is letter D. All right, let me move these others out of the way. The next question, number 2, says Manny, James, and Isidro equally shared half of a pie. Which fraction of the whole pie did each of them receive? So here we have some friends and we have pie. Do we give friends to pie or pie to friends? I hope you know that we never give friends to pie, but always pie to friends. How much pie do we have? 1/2. How many friends do we have? 1, 2, and 3. Replace the arrow with division, and then we'll put the whole number over 1. Bring down, switch, and flip. We multiply like always and get 1/6. So the correct letter here is A, 1/6. All right, moving on to question 3. Question 3 has 2 parts, part A and part B. It says Brainy has 1/5 of a liter of milk. He wants to share it equally. I'm already noticing this right here. He wants to share it equally among himself and his 3 friends. I'm going to underline this. Himself and his 3 friends. What expression could represent this situation? Well, we remember that an expression is the same as an equation. So if I'm equally sharing, I know that's division. Here come the silly questions. I have milk and I have friends. Do I split up milk and give milk to friends, or do I split up friends and give friends to milk? We are going to split up the milk and give the milk to the friends. How much milk do we have? We have 1/5 of a liter. How many friends do we have? I'm glad I made a note of this. Remember, and in Math World means plus or add. There's 1 himself and 1 plus 3. There are a total of 4 friends. Replace the arrow with division. Put the whole number over 1. And bring down, switch, and flip gives me 1/20. Now this is just asking for the expression. So I originally started out with 1/5 divided by 4, which does match up right here with C. We went ahead and solved it, so now we have the answer to how much milk will each person get. 1/20th, B, 1/20th. That's all for question 3, both parts. And now let's look at question 4. And is this expression true or false? Well, just looking at it, it's not the correct way to solve this. We should just take our time and work through the steps and work it out. So I'm going to go ahead and put the whole number 5 over 1 because I know I'm going to have to do that anyway. And let's see what we get when we work this out. So if I get my 3 steps going here, bring down, switch, and flip, I get 45 over 1, which is indeed whole number 45. The same thing that they got, so the answer here is A, true. Let's take a peek at question 5. It says, Mr. Diaz bought a board that was 12 feet long. He cut the entire board into pieces that were each 1/3 foot long. How many pieces did Mr. Diaz have? This is very much like the question we answered a while ago. We're going to take a long board and split it into smaller pieces. Each of those pieces will be 1/3 of a foot long. That means they're the same size or equal, so I know I'm dividing. The long board cut into shorter equal pieces, so 12 divided by 1/3. go ahead and put the whole number over 1, and then my 3 steps. Bring down, switch, and flip. And here I get 36 over 1, which equals to 36. So the correct letter here is C, 36. All right, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to skip all the way down now to question 16. And this is the last one of our practice questions before we take our quiz tomorrow. Question 16 says, Jamie is painting her house. Each room takes a half gallon of paint. If Jamie has 3 gallons of paint, how many rooms can she paint? Well, we need to stop and think about it. Does she need all of the paint, the 3 gallons of paint, in one room? No, she's going to paint several rooms, but we've got to figure out how many rooms she can paint. So if each room, and each, remember, means 1, if one room takes half a gallon of paint, she has 3 gallons, then we know that each room is going to take the same amount. And same amount we're dividing. So we're going to take the bigger amount and split it into how much she's going to need in each room. So 3 gallons split up into half gallon amounts. We'll replace the arrow with division, put the whole number over 1, and let me rewrite this equation over here on the side so we can see it a little bit better. My 3 steps, I'm going to bring down, or in this case, so I have room, I will bring over, switch division to multiplication, and then flip. So instead of 1 over 2, I have 2 over 1, gives me 6 over 1, equal to whole number 6. How many rooms can she paint? She can paint 6 rooms with the 3 gallons of paint. Alrighty, if you need some extra practice with this, send me a message and I can do a video chat or just send you some extra things and we can look at it together online. Thank you very much.